Hey guys, it's Irene's Braids and I am back with another video. Let's just jump right into it. So today I did a Boho braided style on my client. I started by braiding her hair with 2 rows of knotless braids, and with those 2 rows of knotless braids we'll be adding in curly boho pieces to create some fullness for our mohawk. We decided to go with small knotless for our knotless braids. And we did the small knotless because we felt as though it would give it a cleaner look. So I started off by sectioning her hair into 3 sections of her natural hair. And as I separate into 3 sections, I'm going to start off with a piece of small extension braiding hair. And as I braid that piece of hair in, I'm going to add in a second piece to help build on the fullness, and then a third piece to continue to build on that fullness of the small knotless braid that we are trying to achieve. I added about a total of 5 curls on each braid, and I will continue to keep that same amount and that same count as I continue to braid up towards the top of her head. Now we are looking to do waist length braids. So for her mohawk, it will be pretty long because she would like to have a longer length of hair for her mohawk. So that's why we're going to be doing a total of 5 pieces of curls just to create that length and make sure that her mohawk has the length that we're looking for. Now when I secure her ends, I am not gluing anything. I'm not using any knots to secure it. I add in that piece of curly hair and I'm just braiding down past the braiding hair. And once I get past that braiding hair, that curl will pretty much stay in and it won't unravel, nor will that piece of curly hair that you added come out of the braid. So now we have a total of 4 rows completed, and we're going to start working on our 5th row. So as you can see here, I'm applying a little bit of that braid gel to keep the hair nicely sectioned off, but then to also clean up those parts. And I'm parting directly down to meet exactly where I started from below, so that way my rows are even and those lines are consistent and they're matching up. As I mentioned before, I like to section the client's hair off into 3 sections of their natural hair, and then I add in a piece of braiding hair to begin my braid, and that just helps me to build on the braid with fullness. I use a total of 3 pieces of extension braiding hair to get to that size and consistency that I'm looking for as far as the size of braid. And I'm going to again add 5 curls. Each braid will have a total of 5 curls. And when you're braiding in your curls, make sure that you're braiding them in nice and tightly so that way your curls are not slipping out of the braid. Sometimes I hear clients who have come in for the first time, they say that, the previous stylist that they used to do their boho, they noticed that their curly pieces were coming out of the braid. Well, 9 times out of 10 it's going to come out if you're not braiding tight and secure. They're not securing the braid and braiding tight enough for that curl to stay. So make sure that you are applying a little bit more pressure to make sure that your curls are staying inside of your braid. So I want to say it took me about hour, maybe 2 hours at the most to complete this row, these 2 rows of knotless braids and curls. And I know you guys, it probably seems like, whoa, that took a long time to complete that. Listen, the Mohawk takes time. This style right here is not for the weak. I want to say it took us about a total of 9 hours to complete. And I will say, you guys, with content, right? Because I have to record. So it definitely took a while. But hey, we got the content down and I'm able to show you guys the finishing results. So before we get to the finishing results, let's get into how I did the cornrows. So I like to do this like curve on my braids because I am learning that when you part in like designs as I'm doing here, you can kind of get by with braiding pretty fast and not having to put so many braids. So to get this little design here, I'm starting off by making like a little L shape and an L shape at an angle, if that makes sense. And I'm trying to keep my points very pointy so that way it has a very sharp point and then it creates that L. So I do like to start off by applying a little bit of braid gel throughout my client's hair so that way it's nice and tacky. So once I braid, I can get a nice grip. I have my hair already pre-sectioned on my braiding rack, and I'm going to start off by braiding her natural hair 3 times without any extension hair added in. And then once I get to a good place, I'll add a small piece of extension hair between my index and thumb finger. And I'm going to braid in about 3 to 4 pieces in the same size that I started off with of the braiding hair. So that way it's not too thick and it creates a knot at the beginning of my braid. And also by doing your cornrows in this method, it allows the hair to have less tension when you are starting it off with the natural hair first and then adding in the braiding hair behind it. So you guys, I am not the baby hair queen. It's not my thing. So I did the best that I could, but I ended up handing the brush over to my client and I let her do her own baby hairs. And so pretty much the final baby hairs is her doing. I didn't really like how mine looked. I didn't think they looked good. So I told her just to do it herself. And she did. It looked good because she's used to, doing her own baby hairs. But even though she liked the way I did them, eventually she's like, "There's nothing wrong with them." And I was like, "Eh." But she did them herself. And you guys, our Bohawk turned out so cute. I absolutely love it. So we play with some styles just to kind of let you guys see exactly how you can wear this look. So here we have a little half up, half down. You can wear this up in a full ponytail. You can bun it. I just love the fullness. Oh, look at her. She's having so much fun with her ponytail. She's loving it. And we also styled it where you have some in the side part, but then also pulling some over your shoulders just to kind of give like that bang effect, but then also, that freestyle in the back. So cute. And you can wear it down the middle. We parted it down the middle. So it kind of looks like you have a whole head of small knotless. You can't really tell it's a mohawk. So yeah, you guys, we love it. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye guys.